Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online class of Abdul Mujib Bhaiya Alim Madrasa. I am the lecturer of English of these institutions. In the previous class, I was just talking about Unit 1, that is people or institutions making history. That was Lesson 2, but today I will discuss about Lesson 1, that is unforgettable history. The title of this lesson is Unforgettable History. Why the writer has taken the title of Unforgettable History? This unforgettable history refers to the 7th March speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. This speech is such a speech for the Bengali people is that we cannot forget in our lifetime. Because of this speech, we got a independent nations after the 9th month struggle. Anyways, before starting to the passage, I just wanna say some specific idea about Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman that I have written here. His name is Sheikh Mujibur Rahman. Sometimes he is called Sheikh Mujib or just Mujib. His wife's name is Sheikh Fuzilatun Nisa Mujib. He was born on March 17, 1922, Tungipara, Gopalganj. And he became the president in 17 April 1971, and then he finally became the prime minister of this country and he stayed as the prime minister of this country until his assassination. Children he had anyway, I just skipped another one. Assassinated, that means his family were killed in 15 August 1975. At least 17 members died on that day. Anyways, his children are Sheikh Hasina. Sheikh Hasina is the standing prime minister of this country. Sheikh Russell, Sheikh Rehana, Sheikh Kamal, Sheikh Jamal. His parents are Sheikh Lutfur Rahman and Shahid. He is popularly dubbed as Bangabandhu. There are a lot of people in our country who call Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as Bangabandhu, a friend of, which means a friend of Bengal. As the passage deals about the 7th March speech, I just want to say something about that speech. The speech took place 7th March 1971. The time was 2:45 to 3 p.m. The duration of that speech was approximately 19 minutes. The venue was Racecourse, Ramna, Dhaka. The theme of that speech was independence of Bangladesh. The 20th century witnessed a lot of nationalist movements which gave birth of many independent states. All these things we have come to know from the history. All these nationalist movements were led by some charismatic leader who could convince, organize, or motivate the people by their outstanding speech, wonderful leadership, and character. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was one of them. He was such a leader who opened the eyes of the then East Pakistani people and led them towards the independence of this country. He could ignite the light of national spirit among the people by his public speaking capacity and heart-rending speech. His historic speech of 7th March of 1971 is often considered as one of the most influential speeches all over the world. UNESCO has already recognized the speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman as part of documentary heritage in 2017. This speech of Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman paved the way of independence of Bangladesh in 1971. Anyways, we are just talking about a lot of things about this speech. Anyway, I will not talk anything about that. I will just now go through the passage. As you have come to know that the The unit is 1, lesson 1. The title name is Unforgettable History. The passage, there are some of the students who has told me that if you just translate the passage from English to Bengali, then it will be much more helpful for you. If you just start speaking or translating from English to English, that sometimes becomes much more difficult for us to understand. That's why I will make the translation from English to Bangla. Anyways, let's have a look. My brothers. From the passage I am just reading. My brothers, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was addressing the people of this country as brothers. Bhai Rahman, I stand before you today with a heart overflowing with grief. I stand before you today. আমি আপনাদের মাঝে হাজির হয়েছি with a heart overflowing with grief. দুঃখ ভারাক্রান্ত হৃদয় নিয়ে আপনাদের মাঝে হাজির হয়েছি. Here the word overflowing, that means run over or flooded. Grief, that means sorrow. You are fully aware of the events that are going on and understand their import. Import, that means purpose. You are fully aware. He was telling the people of our country that we are much more aware of the events or the incidents that was going on at that time, and we also understood what was their purpose, what was that are going on, and understand their import. তিনি বলতেছিলেন যে তাদের উদ্দেশ্যটা কি আপনারা ভালো করে বুঝেন. We have been trying to do our best to cope up with the situation. তিনি বলতেছিলেন যে আমরা আমাদের যথাসাধ্য চেষ্টা করে যাচ্ছি পরিস্থিতির সাথে খাপ খেয়ে নেওয়ার জন্য. And yet, unfortunately, unluckily, the streets of Dhaka, Chittagong, Khulna, Rajshahi and Rangpur are awash. Awash, that means flooded with water, with blood. But here, awash with blood of our brothers. Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was telling that all the streets, all the major city streets of our country had been flooded by the blood of our brothers. The people of Bengal now want to be free. The people of Bengal now want to live, and the people of Bengal now want their right. তিনি বলতেছিলেন বাংলার মানুষ এখন মুক্তি চায়, বাংলার মানুষ এখন বাঁচতে চায়. The people of Bengal now want their right. বাংলার মানুষ এখন তাদের অধিকার চায়. What have we done that was wrong? He was telling to the people that we did not do anything wrong to the people of West Pakistan. After the election, the people of Bangladesh voted as for me and for Awami League. তিনি বললেন যে ইলেকশনের পরে দেখা গেল যে the people of Bangladesh, বাংলাদেশের মানুষ voted as for me, আমাকে ভোট দিয়েছিল, and for Awami League এবং Awami League কে. We are to sit in the National Assembly, আমাদের অ্যাসেম্বলিতে বসার কথা ছিল, and draft a constitution, and আমাদের জন্য একটা সংবিধানের খসড়া তৈরি করার কথা ছিল for ourselves there, and build a country, একটা দেশ গড়ার কথা ছিল. The people of this land would thereby get economic, political and cultural freedom. তিনি বলতেছিলেন যদি এই সংবিধান রচিত করা হয় তাহলে আমাদের দেশের মানুষ তাদের অর্থনৈতিক, রাজনৈতিক এবং সাংস্কৃতিক স্বাধীনতা পাবে. But it is with great regret, এটা খুবই দুঃখের সাথে বলতে চাচ্ছি, I have to report you today we have passed through 23 tragic years. তিনি বলতেছিলেন আমি আপনাদেরকে বলতে চাই যে আমরা এই সুদীর্ঘ 23 বছর হৃদয় বিদারক যন্ত্রণার মধ্য দিয়ে অতিক্রম করতেছি. We are passing the race with so hardship. Bengal's history of those years is full of stories and torture inflicted on our people. তিনি বলতেছিলেন বাংলার ইতিহাস, ওই বছরগুলোর ইতিহাস ছিল কি টর্চার, ইনফ্লিক্টেড টর্চার, আমাদের উপর নানান রকমের অত্যাচারের ইতিহাস, of bloodshed by them repeatedly. Here the Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman was telling to the people of that country that the West Pakistani rulers were shedding our blood repeatedly, or repeatedly, that means again and again. 23 years of history of men and women in agony. তিনি বলতেছিলেন যে এই 23 ইয়ার্স 23 বছরের ইতিহাস অফ মেন এন্ড উইমেন, এই নারী পুরুষের ইতিহাস হচ্ছে কি যন্ত্রণার ইতিহাস, দুঃখের ইতিহাস। He was telling to the people of that country that we have passed already 23 years after the partition of after 1947 to 1970, that means 23 years. The history of Bengal is the history of the people. বলছে বাংলার ইতিহাস হচ্ছে ওই সকল মানুষের ইতিহাস who have repeatedly made their highways crimson, that means redden, রঞ্জিত করা, রক্তিম করা, with their blood, তাদের রক্ত দ্বারা। We shed blood in 1952, আমরা 1952 সালে রক্ত ঝরেছি। এখানে 52 সালে রক্ত ঝরানোর কথা, ভাষা আন্দোলনের কথা বলা হয়েছে এখানে। Even though we were the victors in the elections in 1944, যদিও আমরা 1954 সালে নির্বাচনে বিজয়ী হয়েছিলাম, we couldn't form a government then. Although the Awami League had the majority in the election, they got the maximum vote, but they couldn't form a government in 1954. In 1958, Ayub Khan declared martial law to enslave us for the next 10 years. এখানে enslave শব্দ দাসত্ব করে রাখা। 1958 সালে ইয়াহিয়া খান ঘোষণা করলেন সামরিক আইন, মার্শাল ল, দ্যাট মিন্স এ ল কি সামরিক আইন, সামরিক শাসন জারি করলেন ইনস্লেভ, আমাদেরকে দাসত্ব করে রাখার জন্য ফর নেক্সট 10 ইয়ার্স, পরবর্তী 10 বছর। In 1966 when we launched the 6-point movement, আমরা যখন 6 দফা আন্দোলনের আমরা যখন কি করলাম, when 6-point movement our boys were shot dead on 7 June, যখন আমরা 6 দফা দাবি পেশ করলাম, 6 দফা আন্দোলন করলাম, তখন আমাদের ছেলেদেরকে কি করা হলো, 7 জুন মারা হলো। When after the movement of 1969 Ayub Khan fell from power, 1969 সালে একটা নির্বাচন হয়, সেখানে আফটার দ্য মুভমেন্ট, আন্দোলনের পরে 1969 এর আন্দোলনের পরে আইয়ুব খান ফেল ফ্রম পাওয়ার, আইয়ুব খান ক্ষমতা থেকে সরে যায়, আইয়ুব খান তার ক্ষমতা হারায়। ইয়াহিয়া খান অ্যাজিউম দ্য রিং, ইয়াহিয়া খান টুক দ্য পাওয়ার এন্ড রিন দ্য গভর্নমেন্ট, এবং সরকার পরিচালনা করার দায়িত্ব পায়। He declared that, তিনি ঘোষণা করলেন, he would give us a constitution, তিনি ঘোষণা করলেন যে তিনি আমাদের একটা সংবিধান দিবেন, and restore democracy, তিনি গণতন্ত্র রক্ষা করবেন। We listen to him then, আমরা তার কথা শুনলাম। A lot has happened since an election take place, অনেক কিছু ঘটলো, তারপরে ইলেকশনটাও অনুষ্ঠিত হলো। I have met President Yahya Khan, আমি প্রেসিডেন্ট ইয়াহিয়া খানের কাছে আসলাম। I have made a request to him, আমি তাকে অনুরোধ করলাম, not only on behalf of Bengal, শুধু বাংলার মানুষের পক্ষ থেকে নয়, but also as the leader of the party. বঙ্গবন্ধু শেখ মুজিবুর রহমান was telling that he made a request to Yahya Khan, not only on behalf of the people of Bengal, he also made a request as a leader of the party which has the majority in the Pakistan. শেখ মুজিবুর রহমানের যে দল ছিল সেটা ছিল সংখ্যাগরিষ্ঠতা। I said to him, আমি তাকে বললাম, you must hold a session on the national assembly on 15 January, আমি বললাম যে আপনি 15 জানুয়ারি কি করবেন, একটা অধিবেশনের আয়োজন করবেন। But he did not listen to me, he listened to Mr. Bhutto instead, তিনি আমার কথা রাখলেন না, তিনি শুনলেন ভুট্টো সাহেবের কথা। At first he said that the meeting would take place in the first week of March, তিনি বললেন যে মার্চের প্রথম সপ্তাহে বসবে। We said, আমরা বললাম fine, ঠিক আছে, we will be taking the seat in the assembly, we will also join the assembly. I said we will carry out our discussion, আমরা আমাদের আলোচনা চালিয়ে যাব in the assemblyতে। I went so far to say, আমি আরো বলেছিলাম যে if anyone came up with an offer, যদি কেউ কোনো প্রস্তাব নিয়ে আসে that was just, এবং সেটা ন্যায়সঙ্গত হয়, even though we were in the majority, যদিও আমরা আমাদের সংখ্যাগরিষ্ঠতা রয়েছে, we would agree to them. Mr. Bhutto came here, Mr. Bhutto এখানে আসলেন, and carry out discussion with us, তিনি আমাদের সাথে আলোচনা চালিয়ে গেলেন। He said that the doors of negotiation had not been shut down, তিনি বললেন যে সমঝোতার দ্বার এখনো বন্ধ হয় নাই। that there would be further negotiation. আর আলোচনা হতে পারে. I then had a talk with the leader, other leader. আমার অন্যান্য নেতৃবৃন্দের সাথে কথা হয়. I said to them, আমি তাদেরকে বললাম, come and sit, আসুন এবং বসুন আমাদের সাথে. Let's create a constitution. এখন সংবিধান প্রণয়ন করুন. Through discussion, আলোচনার মাধ্যমে. We will make a discussion and make a constitution. But Mr. Bhutto declared that, Mr. Bhutto ঘোষণা করলেন, if West Pakistani members came here, যদি পশ্চিম পাকিস্তানের কোনো সদস্য এখানে আসে, the assembly would end up, তাহলে অ্যাসেম্বলিটা শেষ হবে as a slaughter house, একটা কসাইখানা হিসাবে. He claimed, এই দাবি করলেন, that whoever came here, যে এখানে আসবে, would be slaughtered, তাকেই হত্যা করা হবে. He said that if anyone showed up here, shops, all shops from Peshawar to Karachi would be shut down. Peshawar থেকে করাচি পর্যন্ত সমস্ত দোকানপাট বন্ধ করে দেওয়া হবে. I was just translating the passage from there. I was just translating from this passage. That is a long passage, but I will not finish all the passage right now. I will talk the passage later on in another class. Hope you guys will really be benefited from this class. And before starting class, I just forgot to tell you that before starting class, you will have to take the textbook, that is English for today for class 11 and 12. In the 11 and 12. Anyways, you will have to take the book and listen to my lecture. Hope you will guys understand me. Till then, I will take another class in another day. Till then, Allah Hafiz. And if I make any unintentional mistake in my lecture, hope you guys will forgive me. I will try to make myself better in the near future. Till then, bye bye. Allah Hafiz.